Hi everyone, hope you are doing great today. Zoe from Cameroon here. Always a pleasure to be with you, entrepreneur, business people, visionaries, and promoters. Here we share how to become more influential as content creators because we know that nowadays every entrepreneur, every business people has to build its influence because we are here to make an impact because the more impact we make, the more profit we will make. And to become more impactful, we have to grow our influence. And one of the best ways to become influential is to master the art of creating attractive, persuasive, and valuable content for our audience. Today, I want to talk to us about the ultimate influence strategy that will make all the difference in your content strategy, in your presentation, and every time you will have to share a message in front of an audience. Because if we do not understand or we do not build the skill of influence, it will be difficult for us to reach our goals. And our goals that can be financial cannot be met if we are not impactful, if we are not solving a real problem, if we are not making a difference, if we are not bringing transformation to our clients. The more people we transform, the more conditions we transform, the more solution we bring to the marketplace, the more successful financially we will become. But it comes down to become more influential with our message, with our presentation, and with our content. And there is this story that I read in one of the books of John Maxwell that said that there was a meeting in a room, and during that meeting, people were asked to share or to present Psalms 23, the Psalms of the Good Shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Many went in front, many shared and presented the Psalms 23, and at the end, they asked an old lady who were there to come also and share the Psalms. And that is how that old lady came over and she started sharing and presenting Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd and the rest of it. And at the end, before the end, as she was sharing that Psalms, people started crying. People were moved. People were touched. People were impacted. And at the end of the meeting, people went to ask one of the presenters, what made the difference between your presentations that were very good and the presentation of that old lady that was very influential and impactful? And his answer is life-changing. He said this: I know the Psalms about the Good Shepherd, but that old lady, she knows the Good Shepherd. We have a different relationship with our message. I know the message, but she is the message. And when we read even in the Bible, we see that in John chapter 1, it is said that the Word became flesh when it talks about Jesus. Jesus was the embodiment of the Word of God. Jesus was the embodiment of the message of God. That is why one day religious leaders sent guards to arrest him. When they came to the venue where he was sharing his message, they were mesmerized. They forgot about their mission. They enjoyed the message. They were moved, influenced, impacted, and they went back. When they arrived, the religious leaders asked them, where is Jesus? And they said to them, we have never seen someone speaking like this man. This man is not speaking like a scribe, like a Pharisee. This guy speaks like he has authority. This guy is very special. They were pinpointing at something very profound that makes the difference between good presenter, good public speaker, good content creators, and great ones. And the difference is the fact that If you want to increase your influence, the ultimate strategy for you is to become your message. I know that today we are living in a world where people are advocating that philosophy of faking until you make it. But if you want to grow your influence as a business person, it's very important to understand that it is not about faking until you make it. The more powerful presentations we have ever experienced are presentations made by authentic and real and true people. Authenticity is powerful. When you share a message that you live, a message that is a part of you, a message that you live every day, it gives you such a spiritual power. It gives to your words such a weight that can influence people. Let me tell you this. Public speaking is first of all spiritual, is first of all non-verbal. There are things that are going on the invisible realm, on the mental realm, on the unconscious realm that completely make the difference in how you can be more impactful and influential. That is why you can see someone for the first time and you just like him, because there is something in the spiritual, in the invisible, at the subconscious level that is going on. You can see someone for the first time, he has everything that can make him likable, but you do not like him because there is something that is going on in the spiritual realm, in the unconscious level, at the subconscious level, and you have to be aware of that. When you are the embodiment of your message spiritually, you release such a powerful force, such a powerful energy, and people can feel it, people can sense it, because you are your message. That was the ultimate strategy of Jesus. He was the embodiment of his message. Mother Teresa was the embodiment of a message. Dr. Martin Luther King was the embodiment of his message. It's not about fake it until you make it. That is why, as you are sharing your presentation, as you are sharing your content about your offer, about your product, make sure that you leave what you are sharing first. It will give such a force, such a power to your message that will mesmerize people. I can tell you that. I know that when we are talking about influence, public speaking, many people are looking for techniques. Many people are looking for tactics. Many people are looking for tricks, for hacks. But I want to tell you, great public speakers are not down to techniques. They are not using techniques or hacks. They are people who are the embodiment of their message. Steve Jobs was the embodiment of his message. That is why when the guy stood up to speak in front of an audience, people were moved, people were touched, because what he was sharing was his life. And I want to ask you, does what you are sharing your life? Are you sharing something that you are living? Are you sharing something that you are convinced about? Are you sharing something that is you? Because when you start sharing something out of your life and out of who you are, that is very powerful. That is life-changing. People are not moved by techniques. People are not moved by hacks. You can succeed one time or two times, but if you want to build a sustainable business, to make impact and to make more money, you have to build a sustainable system and strategy of influence. And the ultimate strategy of influence I'm suggesting to you is to become the embodiment of your message. Share a message you are convinced about, you are living. If you have difficulties sharing a message that you are living, find someone in your company or around you who is already living that message to share it for you, because it will have more power, because spiritually something will be happening. life will be touched, hearts will be moved, and people will be influenced in taking action. Because when someone, it is the embodiment of his message, you can feel it in his enthusiasm, in his passion, in his conviction, in his authority, in his way of delivering, because he is sharing himself, he is sharing his life. What he's sharing is not something that is he heard, it's something that is living. It's about sharing his own life, and that is very, very powerful. This is what I wanted to share with you today. The ultimate influence strategy that will make the difference in your content strategy and in your presentation. Become the embodiment of your message. I hope you've got a lot of value from this. It was a pleasure for me to be with you. I'm Zoe from Cameroon, Central Africa. I'm a PhD lecturer and researcher in management science. I'm a business coach. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm a trainer. If you want me to help you, just reach out to me. In the description section, you will have our contacts. And as I usually say, it was a pleasure for me to be with you. It was Zoe from Cameroon. I wish you success.